G'day everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, and welcome back to the Last Light Inn. In the previous episode, we completed all of our exploration around the House of Healing. Well, not everything. We do still need to go into... What is this? Some kind of a cave or something like that? Oh, actually, it's a mausoleum. That's what it is. We haven't been there just yet, but we've been to the morgue and we've been, you know, in the surrounds of the House of Healing. Didn't really find anything more there, but I am actually now very comfortable that we have perhaps seen all of the content that we need to before lifting the Shadow Curse. Unfortunately, there weren't really too many more fights to be had, so I don't know if we really got as much XP as I was hoping. I just realized that I probably missed a few bits and pieces in this place. But we are going to wake Art back up, and we're going to see if we can attempt to lift the Shadow Curse. To those searching for the Grand Duke, our Flaming Fist detachment is returning to Baldur's Gate for reinforcements. We have identified the Absolute Cult as Duke Ravengard's abductors, and that Moonrise Towers is their base, but we are too few to assault it. Upon our return to the city, I will urge the immediate formation of an expeditionary force led by those new Steel Watchers to attempt a rescue of the Grand Duke. In the meantime, we could be wrong, so keep searching. Be of stout heart, help is on the way. Counselor Floric. I'm not sure if we read that before. Anyway, here we go.
Thaniel.
He keeps
So we'll
saying Thaniel's name. He must
skip
know
through
more.
some of this because we have
need to
seen
rouse him.
this in a previous episode. Yep, we found the loot belonging to the Flaming Fist.
Good. Its music might help restore him.
We'll play the loot. Surprisingly, we can actually play a decent tune here, despite not really having any bardic abilities, but...
Breathe. I will, but I need to...
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes. Lavender.
I can work with that. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help.
Okay, so we're going back to the lakeshore. The one thing that I am a little bit curious about is whether or not we could, you know, try to force our way into this, like, portal thing that Halsin is about to make, and to see if we can, you know, follow him in, despite his pleas to get us to stay behind and defend the place. And I wonder if perhaps maybe there are different outcomes depending on what we do. Not sure exactly. One thing that I want to prepare though is better weapons for Shadowheart, because I think it's probably best that we do that. And also the Blessing of Salune should help us in this area at the very least. So the main reason for us doing this questline is, well, I'm hoping that Halsin will eventually join our party as a result. So it'd be really, really bad if we got a different outcome depending on what we said that we were going to do, you know, with this particular interaction. But I'm going to, you know, just do what Halsin wants us to do, which is to stay outside and defend. And if that doesn't really get the outcome that we need, then I might redo this interaction and then, you know, go inside and discover what's there and try to do the interaction that way. But anyway, let's get to it.
You're here. Good. Now we can begin.
First, I want to know what to expect.
Thaniel is trapped in the Shadowfell, but thanks to your efforts, I know where to look. Now I must go there, alone.
Hold on. Shouldn't I come with you?
No. This opportunity has been 100 years in the making. It has to be me. And only me. But I didn't bring you here to witness an old druid's grandstanding. You have a part to play in this, and I trust you will play it well. With the Oakfather's blessing, I can infiltrate the Shadowfell, but doing so will sap my strength. I'll need your help if I'm to return. I need you to stay here, keep the portal open until I return, and defend it at all costs.
Yeah, okay. So, I wonder if he's not going to be in trouble while within the Shadowfell, right? Like, that's sort of concerning. But yeah, let's defend. So yes, you can count on me.
Good. Now it's important that only I pass through the portal once it opens. The magic is fragile. Any mistake, and our one chance will be lost forever. It took me years of study, of seeking the Oakfather's favor, to find a way to part the veil. Pray that this works. Oakfather, hear me. Aid me. Force open the jaws of darkness. Make passage for your vessel of light. It's ready. I'll return with Thaniel as soon as possible. Stay close to the portal. Buy me what time you can.
Okay, and it begins. We do have enemies on both sides. I'm just wondering whether or not we want to pull everyone back up this way and to use this area as a bit of a trap area for our spike growth. It could be good, although I am not seeing the opportunity for everyone to get through to the upper section in the first round. And yeah, this Wraith is already getting pretty close. One other thing is, he mentioned that only he can pass through the Shadow Crossing here. Will we be seeing these guys trying to cross through as well? I'm not sure. And if that happens, I guess maybe this might all fail. Okay, tricky. First things first, I think Gale should do his haste, and we can reposition Gale up on the upper platform here, and then
Still breathing, despite everything.
Yeah. Real tricky, but... Oh my god, I misclicked, but... That's okay. Ursa can take a little bit of that damage. If you don't move in the spike growth, I wonder if you would still take damage from it. That much is a little bit uncertain. I'm not sure if also perhaps maybe there is a small little window here of or a bit of a gap that some enemies might be able to get through. I could plug that gap with Cloud of Daggers, for instance. But yeah, anyway, that's our first action. We should take a few additional actions here. Let's do Brace. And I really want to try and take out the... Oh, you know what? I'm not sure if this is really such a good idea, because these shadows probably don't even take any damage from the spikes. Although, I don't know if there are additional enemies waiting behind all of these shadows. For all I know, there could be other types of enemies. Yeah, definitely not making the best decisions here. Okay, that's one. I don't know how big the explosion will be if I take out the fire wine barrel right now. I feel like maybe I want them to try and get a little bit closer before we even use it. Nice. Okay. So I think we're good on our front. Don't think Gale can really do anything else at this point, so let's end our turns.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Okay. Yeah, we've got the aura here, which is kind of annoying. Let me have a look at that. Nearby light sources get extinguished when the Wraith is nearby. I suppose it's not too bad. And Gale managed to evade that attack, so that's alright. Target outside of normal range. Let's bring Astarion up this way. And I'm gonna see if we can try and engage the Wraith. Is there a way to do a main hand attack only? Because this consumes action and bonus action. I wonder if there's a way to only do the main hand. We do have the ability to do a sneak attack. That might not be a bad thing to do. Good. And okay, right. We can't be threatened to take the cunning hide. So maybe if I do that, yeah, okay, I should be able to hide now.
Ready or not?
And maybe pull back ever so slightly. Maybe.
Can't give up.
Let's make sure that we're out of the spikes. And from here, I think what we want to do is just do Guiding Bolt. Or I could do Spirit Guardians. And we'll do Radiant damage. That way, any enemies that come into this area, we could potentially damage them. Probably need to climb up here, though. Yeah, let's do that. And we do have an orb, and I think I'll do a greatsword here. Good. Alright, and you can simply do an attack. Or God's Blessing. Good. I could probably jump Ursa out of the spikes, actually. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Yeah, we did provoke that attack, though. That's fine. Okay. We do still need a little bit more for the shadow. Oh. Shadow-cursed pilgrims. Yeah, I've only just noticed, but these guys... Oh, okay, there they are. So hopefully these spikes will still have a role to play. Ah, right. Okay, they're going to try to attack it from down here. I guess they're all going to be... What the hell? That is a lot of different targets to deal with. Many of them only have 1 HP, though. Shadow-cursed Harper. Goodness me.
May the dice roll in my favor.
I'm gonna take the opportunity to do an attack that clears a big bunch of these enemies. Particularly the ones that have a little bit more HP. Maybe even this one here. The Harper may not die, but being able to take out at least a few more of them in the one spell would be good. Okay, good. And then blue... Blue can do an attack where I'm sort of hoping using the cull, it would explode and then cause other enemies to die as well. But I guess they don't really have enough HP for that to happen, right? Yeah, I am slightly concerned here. I mean, if these guys only have 1 HP each, then I think I could do maybe like an arrow of fire. Do something like this. Good. Actually, we did get the explosion, though, so maybe I don't need to use the arrows after all. So let me try that again. Oh, okay, right. No, it was probably a better idea to use the arrows. I don't know if we can really get all of them in. I can get a couple more here. Want to obviously try and plan for taking the least amount of damage to the portal. Astarion's gonna go next. I would probably use Astarion to deal with the Wraith. Shadowheart. Shadowheart might be able to do the fire spell. I forget what it's called. The one that shoots off 3 projectiles. I think I might do this. Do a little bit of extra damage to the Harpers. Yeah, I think I will do that. And I think we can go with one more. Like so. Nice. So the dog is still alive. We're going to have to deal with that, but it's probably going to have to take a dash. Yeah, let's end Blue's turn there. I don't think there's anything else that I want Gale to do.
Is all that matters. Battle of wits.
Shield blow. Good. So, I don't know if... Oh, okay, he's been discovered. Can we do sneak attack, though? Yeah, we can. Great. And... just for the sake of it, I could do Cunning Dash. And... oh, okay, this place is burning, though. Probably not the best thing to do. I was gonna climb down and see if I can just engage the doggos out here. I could jump, actually. Right there. Yeah, and maybe just engage these guys. Try to keep them away from the portal. We have a couple of opportunities for Misty Step if we need it with Astarion. I think we're done with Astarion. Let's see what we can do with Shadowheart. So, yeah, Scorching Ray is what I was trying to say before. Trouble is, I am kind of expecting that we might have like a bigger enemy to deal with at some point. Because we've only gone one round dealing with these enemies. I'm guessing at the second or maybe even the last round we might be finding ourselves being attacked by something a bit more tougher to deal with. Oh, we didn't kill this one? Damn. Well, I want to do Sanctuary on someone. I don't know if that's entirely necessary. I could do a heal. for Ursa.
Take two.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. And let's move Shadowheart to the center here. Oh, okay, we managed to... Did we just take out that shadow? Where did it go? There, okay. I don't want to step into the spikes though, but as soon as this shadow gets closer, it's going to have problems obviously dealing with the spirit guardians. So I think we're done. Nice. So Ursa, maybe we can get Ursa to come down this way. And yeah, we can even get an attack in here. For not much damage, but better than nothing, I guess. And the spiritual weapon. Fortunately, can't really get in there. Yeah. Not close enough, but that's okay. Hopefully it's close enough to be able to engage in the next round. Just seen way more pilgrims and harpers here. Whoa, okay. That is... That's bad.
Some must have fallen to the curse.
What did we just say? Hang on. Gith warriors. Some must have fallen to the curse. Yeah, okay. Here they all are. Oh god. That is a lot.
Another fight. Let's go.
I'm gonna let Shadowheart deal with the Shadow Creeper just using the Guardians. But this is horrid. I wonder if I use Concentrated Blast, will I still have enough AP to do a spike growth in this area, because I think that would be a good thing to try and do. We might want to try and get all of our guys out, including Ursa, although Ursa... yeah, I feel like maybe I might want to leave Ursa there, because whatever I do with Ursa, she's gonna attract so many attacks, she might even just get taken out. Yeah, I think this is probably a decent thing to do. Okay. Any of these guys have 1 HP? Only like a couple of them. I could perhaps use Magic Missile. I might level that up as well to do just a tiny bit of additional damage. Try and take out the Mastiff. Didn't even die. Okay. let's end our turn here. Actually, let's not end so quickly. I'm just gonna try my best to get the sword in the way, or in the pathway of all of these enemies.
The lance board is set.
Let's do... I think that's decent right there. Okay. At least the doggos are gone. Surprisingly, this thing is not going to be making an attack of opportunity. Let me get Shadowheart to just move this way a little bit. Yep, okay, kill that one off. Good. And... I need pause here. And... yeah, okay, I can't pull Ursa back without attracting some damage. Or some attack. But I think I will risk it. Good. Purely because what I want to now do with blue is I'll do... oh man, I can't even get concentrated blast off. If I jump down here, I won't be able to take another action to Misty Step my way back up here. I think I'm risking taking a bit of damage to myself, so I might not worry about doing Concentrated Blast at all. And instead, I'm just going to do this. And they're all going to be forced to walk through the spikes. Could have probably done it maybe over here, but I guess the problem is now this place is kind of open and we've got a few additional enemies showing up. Quite a bit of HP on them as well. This is worrying. I'll do hamstring on this one. Oh, and we do have the fire wine barrel. Why not? And then now, if we throw something that has fire, we might be able to light this up. Although, yeah, I should have maybe used a fire arrow in that instance to do everything all in one. Alright, I think blue's done.
Unleash me.
So is Gale.
Let's have some fun.
Astarion, yeah, don't think there's anything else Astarion needs to do. Let's pull Astarion back this way.
Ready.
Now. Shadowheart. Let's do... Guiding Bolt. Or actually, we want to do this, maybe. Doesn't seem like a bad idea, although it's only 2 enemies. Is it really, really necessary? Perhaps I think we'll save this for, you know, the second last round, or maybe even the last round. So I'm gonna do just Guiding Bolt on the Shadow. Ooh. Nice, and we do have Radiating Orb as well. Do we need to do any healing? I suppose I can wait for the healing.
Need to act fast. Can't afford to let up.
I was thinking of doing Sanctuary on Ursa, but maybe I should save my spell slots, in fact. Because I think it's maybe a little bit better to do Guiding Bolt for taking out enemies instead. There, I think we're kind of done. Taking a little bit of damage there. Nice. Oh, managed to get through. Didn't really take too much damage there. Wow, this is a lot to deal with, actually.
Let's finish this.
Okay.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Ursa. I need pause.
What's the plan?
Oh, I'm real tempted right now. Maybe this is the best opportunity right here. Our spiritual weapon might get taken out, but I'm okay with that. Oh, okay. Blue took some damage there as well. I thought he was safe. Everyone's still in the game though. But we do have Radiating Orb on Blue, which is not great. We did thin the herd a little bit. Gonna take our mass healing word. Let's move this way, do a little bit of that damage, and then let's move. This is an attack of opportunity here. Okay, not bad.
Victory is assured.
Right, how are we doing with everyone's HP? Do we still have haste on us? No. That's a bit problematic. Well, I want to put haste back on blue. Probably a good idea, to be honest. And I'll take a potion as a bonus action.
There's blood in the air.
Astarion. Okay.
Concentrate.
I think we're going to end our turn here. We disengage. I think so. Or we should be able to just move in this direction. Maybe even block off any movement possibility for the Wraith. I guess it could just simply go around, but it'll have to take an attack if it does that. Nice. Okay, very good. This guy needs to go down. I think we might be able to finish everyone off. Can we do... I mean, I totally forgot about Hunter's Mark. Should have done that.
You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Ooh. Nice. We are still engaged in combat, though, aren't we? One more round, apparently.
Swords meet sorcery.
I don't see any more enemies, so... might not worry about using any of Gale's spell slots. Oh, come to think of it, I could have restored some spell slots, actually, as an action.
Got to focus.
Okay, we're done.
It's done. I have him. But something's wrong. Dreadfully wrong. No. It can't be.
We need to get Thaniel someplace safe.
Yes. I'll bring him back to camp. He'll be safest with us. I need to examine him. I need to understand what's wrong. It's almost like something's missing from him. Come see us when you can.
Okay. Again, now I'm sort of questioning whether or not I should have insisted my way through the portal to get a different outcome. I don't really know if that's a thing or not, but... Wow, what a fight. Let me just get Quoth out here. Not gonna do a long rest just yet. I think it's probably still okay for us to just do a quick short rest here. Let's do Long Strider on Quoth. And, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to look at here. I don't even know if there's a lot of stuff on any of these things, but it's good to check.
No one's stopped me yet.
I guess we send everything to camp. And these shadow vestiges will probably have, like, stories and stuff.
A faded memory of a boy and girl sharing their first kiss. Your own heart almost flutters in tune with theirs. You glimpse a young harper on the eve of battle against Thorm long ago. He and his comrades toast each other in last light. You sense a fading echo of the person who once was, a dockhand. He did not ask for this.
I mean, I'm glad that we're finding so much stuff to sell later on. Because we are running out of gold. Although I am hanging on to a few things which perhaps maybe I should be selling. Like, I keep keeping some of the stuff that has like a green outline, some of the +1, +2 stuff, which, to be fair, maybe I should be selling as well.
Thoughts of baby names. She did not wish for her firstborn to be named after her mother-in-law. Maldred. Ugh.
Hit point maximum reduced by 2d8. Creature will die if its hit points maximum is reduced to 0. We're cursed. I guess we just need to have a sleep or something to remove that.
You can almost feel the heat from the forge. This one was once a blacksmith.
I guess I don't really need to worry about the ravens. Yeah, I was expecting maybe some kind of a boss at the very last couple of rounds, but didn't see anything like that. Thank goodness. Her love for it was like a plum. Her love for it was like a plum. It grew so sweet within her within her tum, and with a wiggle of her bum, she set right out to see love done. A curse had made the land its lair. It lay o'er all like willow hair. Oh, it could strip the body bare, so filled the people with despair. A shadow curse without a light, yet she would kindle romance bright, and so in moony dark of night she went to it bereft of fright, and hugged the curse, the wicked blight. Her love for it was like a plum, then so sharply pain did come, it chewed her flesh like scrumptious gum. She trickled, she burst, she started to run. Okay. It's a bit hard to see on top of all of these bodies. The task at hand. I need the Shadow Mastiff alive and intact. If that is not the case, the second half of your payment shall be forfeit upon your return to Baldur's Gate. I have generously paid a large sum of gold in advance and have supplied all the necessary you shall require to see this endeavor done correctly. They say you are unmatched as a poacher. For your sake, I hope that it is no exaggeration. And I guess that might have been the last one.
No traps,
just
please.
a few more over this side. Yeah, I guess they all may have spawned from up here and just, like, made their way down. Right, let's get back, and I do want to just check in on the journal to see what that says about lifting the Shadow Curse. So, Halsin rescued Thaniel from Shadowfell, but the spirit of the land is ill. If we want to help, we should speak to Halsin. Yep, so I know I said we probably don't need to do a long rest, but maybe we could be forced into it. So let's go back to camp, and I presume Halsin might be here somewhere. Oh, and then there's a matter of speaking to Arabella as well. Yeah, here she is. Well, let's have a chat and see if she's had enough time to process her reality.
Leave me alone!
Okay. Not yet. Not yet. At least she hasn't gone off on her own to, you know, try to find her own way. She's obviously safer with us. Where would Halsin be, though? Unless Halsin is in the Last Light Inn. Oh, hang on, no, here he is.
Thaniel is resting, but it's no easy slumber. I discovered what's wrong with him. The shadows rendered him in two when they bore him away to the Shadowfell. Half of his essence remained here, amidst the curse. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. But after all these years left in the darkness, corruption must have taken hold.
Can it be undone?
Perhaps. If we can find Thaniel's lost half and make him whole again. Only the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep, twisting Thaniel's essence into something else.
I met a sort of shadow child before, a little boy named Oliver, around Thaniel's age.
And you saw this boy yourself? That can't be a coincidence, but we need to be sure. And I truly mean we, if you wish. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side.
Yeah, leave it with me.
This doesn't have to be your burden alone. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side. If you want me, I'm yours. Against the curse, against the absolute. Anything. Just say the word.
Join me.
Your ranks are full. You will need to make an opening for me if I'm to follow you.
I think we could probably go with maybe him taking Gale's place.
I'm with you.
Okay, and there we go. So we do have Holson now as part of the group. Be kind of curious to see what he has on him, so... and what kind of gear he uses. Light armor. I like his druid armor, to be fair, but this is obviously going to need to be replaced. Along with all of his other gear. So we probably need to fetch him a decent staff in that case, or a decent staff. We'll have a look at our stave collection.
Let's have a look.
And we'll need to level him up as well. Goodness me. That's going to be no easy task, I'm sure. Let's see. Staves. Do we not have anything decent? Cacophony, Thunderous Smite, Corallin's Grace, Creation's Echo. If the wielder deals acid, fire, lightning, radiant, or necrotic damage, it becomes resistant to that damage type for 2 turns. Nature's Snare, Flytrap, chance to ensnare target if it's not a plant or a beast. But assuming this is if we use it to bonk enemies with physically. So I don't know how I feel about that. Arcane Blessing. Bless grants an additional 1d4 to saving throws. Yeah, okay, we know what Bless is. Would he be best suited to be using staves, or would he be best suited for something else? Perhaps maybe I do need to take a look at his character sheet and how we can level him up. Subclass features. Combat Wild Shape. As a bonus action, you can assume the form of a beast. You can transform twice per short rest. So that sounds really cool. I suppose it really should be staves, because he's probably not going to be in his human form all the time during combat, right? So there's no point giving him like really cool weapons or anything like that. We need to choose a subclass for him. Oh, okay, that's if we do Circle of the Moon. We could do other things. Circle of the Land. You channel the natural arcana flowing through the earth and creatures atop it to cast powerful druidic magic. Lunar Mend. Expend spell slots to regain hit points while in wild shape. Wild shape bear. I wonder if these need to be prepared, or if you can just simply choose the shape that you want every time you decide to morph. Natural Recovery. Replenish expended spell slots while out of combat. Could be good, similar to what Gale has. Circle of the Spores. Symbiotic Entity. Gain 4 temporary hit points. Deal an additional 1 to 6 necrotic damage while you have them. Cast Halo of Spores with double damage. Symbiotic Entity ends early if you use Wild Shape, and only have temporary hit points from one source. Halo of Spores. Unleash a cloud of necrotic spores upon a target. This uses a reaction, so other reactions won't trigger this turn. Doesn't seem to play very well with our Wild Shape ability, though. Circle of the Stars. Blessing. Guiding Bolt. Dealing radiant damage. Starry Form. Archer. A constellation of an archer appears on you. As a bonus action while in this starry form, you can cast Luminous Arrow. Shoot a luminous arrow at a target. Sounds kind of cool. Not a terrible amount of damage, but... Chalice Healing. Heal yourself or another creature within reach. 4 to 11 healing. Star Map Guiding Bolt. What? Is it just basically another version of Guiding Bolt? A map of the stars you can use as a resource to cast Guiding Bolt. Surely Guiding Bolt is not the only thing we can use Star Map for? Starry Form. You can expend a Wild Shape charge to take on a starry form rather than transforming into a beast. You can take on Starry Form Archer, Chalice, or Dragon. Okay, right, I see. The constellation of a wise dragon appears on you when you make a saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell. A roll result of 9 or lower is considered a 10. As a bonus action while in this starry form, you can cast Dazzling Breath. Spew forth a dazzling cone of stars. 5 to 15 damage. Expending the Wild Shape charge. How many charges do we get? Perhaps maybe one at the first level. Very confused. All of them kind of look kind of like really cool, but I like the idea of being able to recover spell slots. Rather than, you know, the healing. I don't feel like these are any good. I feel like they are a little bit counterintuitive to the Wild Shape ability. we've got plenty of people who can do guidance, and we've got Shadowheart doing Guiding Bolt. I like the idea of the Starry Forms, but I feel like we'll most likely be using Wild Shape most of the time. So I feel like maybe Circle of the Land is better. Yeah, okay. At least I've done a bit of a review there in this episode. I might need to have a play around with, you know, all of the leveling options between episodes, and then I might go through an entire leveling process with you guys for Holson. We'll also then equip him, and then we'll set out to look for Olivier, because maybe Olivier is the other half of Thaniel. Told us to seek a place where flowers still grow in the shadow-cursed lands. Among the blooms, we might locate Thaniel's missing half. Assuming... yeah, okay, I won't be able to see if I check the map right now. But anyway, I think this is where we'll call it an episode, guys. Again, a lot of pre-work for the next one, so I'll try and get that done. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop me a like if you did. Some comments and suggestions, obviously, about Holson and what he might be good for. And yeah, I hope you look forward to the next one. Stay true. I'll see you then. Bye.